Hello everybody. So, in today's episode of Rosie Talks, we're going to be going into some of my personal thoughts about Marvel's Marvel Zombies. Yes, I know, what a tongue twister. But before we start this episode, I do want to state, yes, I do know this series came out ages ago. I just got around to watching it tonight. I finished it a few minutes ago at the time of recording this. So yeah, that's why I'm so late on the review. And also, I do want to say something else before we start, just really quickly. If you enjoyed this episode, can you please hit the like button and subscribe? And yeah, because I'm trying to get to my goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're just so close. So I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. But anyway, with that, let's get into it. Okay, so to start off the episode, I'm going to be going into some of my gripes with the series, and then a wee bit later on in the episode, I'm going to be going into some stuff I liked about it. So yeah. Okay, so my first wee gripe is, I feel like, right, Spider-Man and Ant-Man, right, they're introduced in the What If episode. By the way, this is like a spin-off from the What If series. But yeah, anyway, so they were introduced there, but I feel like they took way too long to come back into the show, right? Or into a spin-off, right? Because it was only really the last episode when we actually got to see them meet the team. And even at that, the second last episode was the episode that they got, like, reintroduced into the series. So I feel like it's kind of stupid that it took so long to reintroduce them. Like, I feel like they just felt like they needed to introduce them for it to work. Or, like, into the spin-off because they were in the What If episode. So I feel like they felt like they needed to do that, but they didn't. And also, most of the time, I think this is a personal gripe, most of the time I was just kind of going, where's Spider-Man? Where's Black Panther? Also, they do some stuff with Black Panther, and I'll mention that later on in some of the good section. But yeah, so like, where's Ant-Man? Like, that was my questions. And yeah, it took them too long. Yeah. Oh, and also, I do not like how the series ends. I hate it, right? I know they're probably planning for a season 2, but no, I just didn't like it, because I don't even think we are getting a season 2. So, like, I'll just be sitting there wondering what happens now. Like, illusion? It's illusion? By the way, spoilers. But it's illusion? What? Also, in my opinion, some of the voice acting is quite bad. Even at that, I don't even think it's the voice acting. I think it's more of this, the lines they get given to say. Because some of the lines are just like, they feel like they're written by AI, basically. And also, I don't really like this, right? This part where, of course, what's her name, Maleva, or his Black Widow's sister, right? She ends up basically dying, sacrificing herself. She dies, right? And then Red Guardian, like, needs to live on her thing. Also, he's like depressed for like 2 seconds, and then he cracks jokes again. But and then I do feel like right after that, he basically gets turned into a zombie not long after. Which I feel like what was the point in him surviving that then? Because if he's just going to be turned into a zombie again, what's that point? But yeah, I feel like he should have got to avenge, of course, his daughters. Because Black Widow got turned into a zombie too in the What If episode, which is also, again, canon to this series. So I don't know why there's no mention of her and how he's dealing with that. Like, personally, there's no mention of that, by the way. It's almost like he doesn't even care about her anymore, and kind of like threw her aside like a toy or something, like, that you don't want to play with anymore. And yeah, again, I do feel like he got over his daughter dying too quickly. Also, I really hate the first episode. I'm going to tell you that much, because most of the first episode is with 3 of the most unlikable characters of all time, right? Or it's not really, I think the Hawkeye girl is like, or I don't really know her name, sorry, never watched the Hawkeye series, but Kate Bishop, I think her name is. But she was probably the best one of the 3. I think Ironheart was just like, I didn't really like her. And then, of course, Miss Marvel was kind of okay. She was just kind of crap in my opinion. But those 3, for the first 2 episodes, I think the Namor part in the second episode really helped it. And then as soon as we got in the third episode, I was locked in, because, of course, the same episode that reintroduced Spider-Man and Ant-Man is the episode that's like puts the show up again, basically, for me. Okay, so with that, let's get into some of the positives about it. I do like how they sent off T'Challa's character. I do think we should, like, after Secret Wars, I think after all this multiverse stuff, they should really just get a new actor for T'Challa, right? And I do know that sounds bad, but of course I love Chadwick. I love him, right? He's amazing. He's probably the best actor we're going to get for Black Panther, in my opinion. But I feel like we've had T'Challa out of the MCU for so long that we just need him now. Because, of course, we do have a Black Panther, but it's not really the same. But yeah, it's more into like the Marvel Universe stuff. But yeah, I do really think his send-off was amazing. And yeah, this is probably the last time we'll see that T'Challa, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was a really good send-off. And I do think Ant-Man and Spider-Man were probably some of the best characters in the entire show. Same with Shang-Chi, I quite liked him. Awkwafina, I was kind of wishing for her to die the entire time. Or the entire time. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up about Awkwafina. No one cares about her. I'm only joking. Please, don't get annoyed with me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the one Awkwafina fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do quite like Shang-Chi's character, and I absolutely love... no, Shang-Chi should have been in... He should get his own sequel, right? And even that, he should be in the MCU somewhere. Besides, he's only had 2 projects that he's in, right? And one of them isn't even in the same universe as the MCU, technically. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Anyway, so I do quite like Shang-Chi's character. I love Spider-Man's character. I love the scene where he pulls off all the zombies' heads. And I do like Ant-Man's character. He doesn't really have much to do in this series, but I still like that he's there. Also, again, I do like a lot of the animation. It's just it's the way the characters move. Same with the Tales of 85 thing. Just the way the characters move just doesn't really feel right. But yeah, overall, those are just some of my thoughts about Marvel Zombies. I was being really harsh on it in this episode. I do think there's a lot more good. It's just I can't really think of anything else right now. But I'll probably have a few other stuff. Maybe enough to make a second part to this. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode again, I would really love it if you could subscribe. And of course, hit the like button if you enjoyed this too. And let me know some of your thoughts about Marvel Zombies down below in the comments. But anyway, with that, thanks for watching. And of course, peace.